We got Baker defensive coordinator Tucker Pauley with us. Baker, first round of the playoffs Saturday at 1 o'clock at Liston Stadium. You can also catch the action online. So Tucker, this week you're playing about as good of an offense as you can in NAIA. What sticks out to you about Louisiana Christian, and how do you kind of get prepared for a week like this, not just playoffs, but against an offense this explosive?
I think we talk about it each week in the aspect of it doesn't really matter who you're facing, but take care of business with what we do. We talk about fundamentals each week, flying the ball, being fast and physical, taking care of your responsibility, not worrying about everyone else's job. If we all work together as 11, it can be a really stifling defense. And we've shown that this year. Obviously, we've had a couple slip-ups you've looked at this past season, but when we play fast and physical together, we really fly around and have fun, and it's not necessarily about, again, them lining up and all these different stuff. We're just focused on what we got to take care of.
Do you guys, as the weather changes and the weather gets a little cooler as the season goes on, is that fun for defense when things start to cool off and it goes a little bit more that way weather-wise?
Oh, I think it's a blast. It makes it more of a responsibility to stop the run, which we're going to have our hands full this week with it. And I think it's exciting. Our D-line loves that challenge. Our linebackers love that challenge. But when it starts getting colder, leaves start turning or falling, it's playoff weather. And it smells different in the air. It's a little more excitement. Our guys are really excited this week and had a great week of practice so far, so we're really pumped.
Who are some players for you guys on the defensive side of the ball that have to have big games on Saturday for you to come out on top?
Obviously, you can talk about our front. We talk our D-line. We rotate two full groups, so we have 8 guys up front that all have to play. You talk about Shane. You talk about Brian Lane. You talk about Gillespie. The menace is what we call him because he's a menace out there. You talk about Lee Marshall, who's had a great year so far. And then that second group of fresh legs that come in with Malvo. You talk Cam Penny, who's aggressive off the edge, and our interior guys, Little John, who's a lug, and then Richard Schmidt, that's been playing great football. Those guys are going to set the tone Saturday. Up front, they have a big old line that can move, they pull well, a lot of misdirection stuff. But if we can get penetration up front with 4, it's going to allow our linebackers and our extra defenders that we had in the box to be able to scrape the football.
You've been here for a while at Baker, and you've had a lot of great defenses here in your time. How does this one compare with some of your other great ones?
I think they all have their own identities. This group has a lot of fun. That's what I realized. Coaching the linebackers specifically, Cannon is always a fun to be around. Austin Hollins this year came out of his shell a little bit and has been excited to be around, talking a lot more. And then across the board, you got those DBs that are flying around having fun. I think we play the best this year specifically is when we are loose. We're not tight. We're not stressed. So we've been preaching that a lot this week is take this opportunity to have and have fun with it. And when we're having fun with it, we play lights out football.
As far as your journey to getting here at Baker, take me through your playing, your coaching career, all that sort of stuff that eventually brought you here to Baldwin City.
I think when you talk about being a coach and you've been a place that you played at and now you've coached your whole career at, and this is, I think, my 5th year coordinating, my 8th year coaching, I've been here since 2012. That's kind of a rare thing to happen in this profession. It's been a great honor. I was obviously recruited by Coach Young out of high school at Green Valley, which was a fun process being recruited in that. When I got here, I actually almost left, which is something that's different. I didn't think I could play here, and I ended up having a pretty decent career under Coach Thorne and opportunity to student assistant, graduate assistant, right into a coordinator spot. It's been exciting. You can see the transitions of each team, but Baker is home. It's a place that you kind of fall in love with, and as a person that graduated here, I want this program to be successful. And that's one thing that we preach our guys, that there's an expectation, at least on the dark side, that we have to bring each week.
Last thing I got for you here, it's obviously a home game in the playoffs. How much can the crowd, how much can good student attendance and people showing up, how much can that help you guys on that side of the ball?
Oh, it's unbelievable. You look at the home playoff games we played the past year, going back to, I think our last home playoff game was that COVID year, which was a little bit different.
Nazarene, right?
But when we were able to have fans before that, it was at Georgetown, which was an electric environment. You look at the semifinal game we played against Eastern Oregon, it was unbelievable. We were down by 17, but the crowd helped us fight in. We make a play, everyone gets excited. I think the crowd it just brings energy to our guys. It allows our guys to again have fun while they're out there playing football, knowing people are cheering on them and believing in them.
He's Tucker Pauley, DC for Baker. You can come out to that game and support 1 o'clock Liston Stadium on Saturday.